Scorpio, going in, going ham. What is going on here with this Sage? Let me move the Sage over. And let's clear out these cards while we at it, honey. Let's do it. Let's do it. Wow, thing. What y'all got going on, honey? That freaky, sneaky, deaky, icky. You know how y'all is. Y'all good for it. Okay, we've done the other two fixed signs. It's time for y'all. It's time for the Scorpiona. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. Ooh, child, y'all can't even tell me if it is, because I'm not live. I'm drinking water, literally I have not been drinking water in the recent days. I did, however, drink a lot of water maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Like, I drink water pretty consecutively, you know what I mean, throughout the week, frequently. But for some reason, I just have not been. And maybe it's because my ruling planet is retrograde in Capricorn. Scorpio, your ruling planet is in Sagittarius, but then your modern day ruler is in Capricorn, okay? And if you're a Scorpio with any significant Pisces placement, then your esoteric ruler would be also in Capricorn. So there's a lot going on here with how you have matured or evolved over time. You know, how your perspective has changed, or maybe how you're being pressured to change your perspective, okay, in some kind of way. But also Mars being in Sagittarius, it's talking about changing your perspective in terms of what your goals are now going to be. Because some of the goals that you have, you've set out to, achieve, you have done that, right? Scorpio, you have done that, or you're on the road to doing that, or you are feeling like things are happening in a way where you are aligning with this new purpose, okay? And that is speaking to your modern day ruler being in the sign of Capricorn, definitely. We did have a Venus retrograde. We're having it right now in Capricorn, which is the sign that your planet Mars is exalted in, okay? Let's think about that. So we have a signification from Capricorn, okay, as it pertains to you and all of the planets that are going on there and how they are aspecting, have aspected, will aspect Pluto being in Capricorn. Relationships for you, okay? Career for you, okay? Transforming just the way that you are thinking. And you're thinking in a more grounded way. You see? Reality. Grounded reality. Thinking that is grounded in reality. And if that ain't the world card, I don't know what is. And the Earth is the esoteric ruler of Sagittarius, honey. So your ruling planet is in Sagittarius right now. So we got some world card energy going on with you. Hopefully, we will see if it comes out. I am working with 4 crystals today. They are big. They're not big. They're small, medium size. They're not like gigantic. Anyway, I got this it's not malachite, what am I saying? I have a malachite here, but I am labradorite. It's a sphere. I've never really had labradorite, and then I got a piece, and then, it became problematic. And so this is the one that I'm working with now, and I love it. It's being held here by a sort of like scallop shelled quartz geode on top of some kind of green stone donut looking thing, which is a candle holder. that's just rounded with a hole in it, okay? But it's giving me very much stone, crystal, sculpture, that type of thing. And also fluorite, so labradorite, fluorite. Okay, this is rainbow fluorite. We love it. Yes. Double terminated. And then we have a malachite, which kind of, broke through. This might be a good stone for some of you. Maybe you want to get a malachite. This is pretty heavy, Sometimes I like to use this with rhodochrosite because rhodochrosite also is one of the ites. And it's like a pink feeling to this green, right? I like to think of it as like a rosy pink with different layers of, pink hues. And then if you get a really good piece, sometimes it'll have like these splatters of like different shades of pink paint. That's what it looks like. And that has a little bit of weight too, and that's very good to use with silver. And I have selenite. I was like, angelite. I was thinking all of these things. I've never used angelite. Is angelite a thing? Does anybody know someone named Angela? Angelite. Honey, if that's a thing, maybe some of you need to get angelite. Or if angel is in the name of a stone, look for that. Is there an angel or a quartz or something like that? Angelite. There was something else that I thought of too that I had never really heard of or thought of before, ever. Anyway, we're gonna shuffle these cards for you, Scorpio. We are at 6 minutes and 45 seconds in, child. I'm an air sign. And it is late here, right? It's giving Matchbox 20. Is that who sang that song? And she says, baby, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. I'm not really lonely. I mean, everyone feels lonely sometimes, right? I'm going to show you what card that was. Damn. I said, everybody feels lonely sometimes, right? And it also is giving you that song, like, Everybody's Gotta Learn Sometimes. What soundtrack is that from? I think it's from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I have no idea. Anyway, this is the moon in Sagittarius, okay? And this is the moon in a position where it has to really try hard to make things work. It finds difficulty in understanding or finding an understanding or coming to an understanding. And the fact that you can't come to a point of understanding with someone, that you might even have some love for, it's frustrating. It's something that's frustrating for you right now. It's emotionally frustrating. Can I even say that? And this is kind of like the moon takes a lot of blows, right? It's Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is shooting a lot of daggers or something like that. So it has to do with communication. So maybe communication needs to cease in some kind of way. There needs to be a slowdown maybe of communication, or, there needs to be an adjustment that is made here that you might be, wrestling with. How do I make this adjustment? How do I put something behind me? How does this align with my path? Or how is this contributing to the valuable lessons that I am meant to learn on my path? Is this even something that I need to continue trying to understand? Okay. Is there a bright side to this? Can it be salvaged? Can it be progressive enough for me to continue? That's what we're asking. Am I making any progress here? Not me, you. I'm putting her back in. Okay? You know, is it aligning with your ultimate goals, or like with who you see yourself, you know, vibing with? I feel like the cards just vibrated in my hands, but I know it was the zipper. It just felt really crazy. I'm giving you nunnery shut tonight, the nunnery of it all. Wow, 9 on 1. Okay, 2 of Wands. Anxious, wanting to get out, wanting to, you know, you're getting bored with something. You kind of want to escape something, you know. I'm just going off the cards that I saw. Wanting to escape something, wanting to get out, wanting to be single, or wanting to kind of like, yeah, the 2 of Swords, toying with a decision, right? You know, you've gotta be objective, right? Look, 2 of Wands, okay? Right? Impatience, too much patience. So you're growing impatient with something that you've had too much patience with. Damn, you just got like 3 2s in a row. What on earth? Because here's the Justice card, right? Justified actions, right? It's talking about balancing out a situation by making a decision, right? You have some decisions to make. You need to make some decisions. You need to choose the best option for you. That's what all of these are talking about. We got to look at the other sides. Queen of Cups, right? Because how is it affecting you emotionally, right? How is it affecting you? You know, because your emotions are connected to your I don't know, your sense of objectivity. You know what I mean? Or your optimism, right? Like your emotions can affect how optimistic you feel about yourself and about life. This is the Queen of Cups here. So the Queen of Cups is connected to, you know, how you feel. Ask yourself, how does this make me feel? Does it make me feel good? Does it make me feel bad? If it makes me feel bad, then I need to distance myself from it. Period. If it makes me feel good, then I need to have more of it. If what I am seeking is not making me feel good, then I need to stop expecting that thing to change for me and what my needs are. You have the power of making a choice for yourself when you feel like you need to. You have the power of choice and decision, right? You're only one click away. Are you blocking someone? You can mute them. You can unfollow. This is connected to friendships, you know, it's something, you know, equating to what your hopes and wishes were for it. You know, those are 2s, so it's connected to like Jupiterian energy. Too much of a good thing? Am I giving this thing too much power over me? You know? Clearly, it would be that. 9 of Swords. Mars, ruled by Scorpio. Also Aries as well. Connected to the energy of Capricorn, where it's exalted, you know. Nine of Swords is being too pushy, saying too much, foot in mouth. You know, it's almost kind of like digging themselves into a hole type of energy, right? But mentally, verbally, that type of thing. And when you have expectations, maybe your expectations are too high, right? Remember the skit on Mad TV? Was it Mad TV? Lowered expectations. I'm trying to harmonize. Lower your expectations for someone. Sometimes they don't meet them. You know? If there's like an artist or someone, or a singer, or a rapper, or an actor, or an actress, you know, really they're all actors. If you don't like the movies that someone produces, are you going to continue going to those movies, trying to force yourself to like them, knowing that they are in charge of the production and knowing that they have a history of you not liking their whatever they produced? You know what I mean? Or whatever. So like, why? Why continue? That's what the Nine of Swords asks. Why continue? Right? Down a path of uncertainty. No. Let's look at what this other card is on there. Okay, Six of, right, what? You saw me shuffle the cards now. Why continue down a path of uncertainty? Mercury in Aquarius, this is where the retrograde is happening, dwelling. In your position on the tree of life, honey. Number 8, that is Mercury. Innovation, right? Change it up. You know what I mean? Life hands you an avenue, okay? So that you can, you know, merge into a new experience, which is bringing new energy, right? A new channel, okay? Maybe some of you want a new channel because, you know, Aquarius rules the internet and this is Mercury. So it's talking about, what are you talking about? Maybe you need to say more. Maybe you need to focus on whatever it is that you are providing because it is a 6. What is a service? How can you be of service to yourself? You're right, because you got to serve yourself first, okay? Mars is connected to the sixth ray of consciousness or something like that, right? So you have to think about serving yourself first before you can even serve other people. And you also have to think about what's good for your mental health too, because, you know, like if we're feeling something and it's intense and whoa, this is living. No, it ain't. You putting me through stress, child, and I cannot function at my optimum level. All right, well, let's go ahead and put these cards back. Okay. Ding, ding. They've been cut. So the Justice card is at the bottom. We like that. We're talking about karmic events that lead to you getting your hopes and wishes, but it's tough. There are some major details that you have to accept, not the minors. Right? Because we can make light of the minor details, but the major details are the ones that we need to look at. Right? Oh my goodness gracious. We have enough to worry about. You have enough to worry about on your own, honey. And bringing somebody else into the mix that is only going to create a new And book of worry? Nah. Yeah, Justice card at the bottom of the deck. Justification, trust, truth. Okay. This is once you get to the other side of a situation, you know, once you make a decision and you have accepted something, fully accepted it, because that's what the Justice card is talking about, fully accepting something, okay? You are on the other side of it, because there are going to be things that you know and there are going to be things that you don't know. But you have to focus on what you do know. What is the truth? That's how it's connected to Jupiter, these twos. You know what I mean? And yeah, this is definitely talking about something that you felt anyway. Something that you knew anyway. Something that you were able to kind of reasonably conclude for yourself. But you already knew. You know what I mean? It's like you had to find out, but you already knew. Right, it's the confirmation, the Justice card, right? And that's how it pertains to, or connects to. What is that card? The Judgment. Because this is definitely judgment. You know? I decide, I balance, I harmonize, I choose. Okay, I relate. How are you relating to the energy that you are being given? You are not going to sit there and look at a channel on a station that is completely foggy and be like, I know I see something in it. I'm going to try, you know. There we go. Let's see what's in the center. Knight of Swords, Gemini energy, shifts, adjustments, right? So this is saying like you're making that adjustment. You're breaking free of some limitation, you know? We all outgrow certain things that we once coveted or, you know, believed in. Because, you know, Taurus is talking about your belief systems, and then the Knight of Swords is talking about how you break free of old belief systems that you had, you know? It's like something has mutated for you, shape-shifted, you know? The hands. What is that? You need to do something with your hands. Whatever it is that you do with your hands, do more of it, you know? That type of thing. Right? I don't know, it's grounding your thoughts as well, okay? It's being passionate about your ideas again. Passionate about new ideas, which may go against the grain with some. Maybe even with you, child. The moon. So this is talking about the illuminated path. It's talking about, you know, what you know to be true, right? This moon here. And this is related to the Justice card. You have transformed. You are changing. Right? It's about direction. Are your emotions holding you back? How can we move forward? You know, because the full moon is talking about completions, culminations, a month, a cycle. It's connected to cleansing, processing, digesting. It's connected to your sleep. Your emotions affect your sleep. They affect your health. Your emotions and how you feel are connected to so many things. And we need to find something to be happy about again, right? Emotional intelligence. How have you grown? How are you handling yourself when things get, when you're put under the pressure, right? You feel like no one understands you, okay? No one understands what you go through, right? That's why it's good to have a hobby, or it's good to have something that you enjoy doing, okay? That's why I was talking about the hands, okay? Do more of that. And your feelings change. That's okay. And other people's feelings change too. The Moon card, right? Knight of Swords, being Taurus and then Gemini. What's going on in your past? The Devil, right? Being trapped in energy. I've been there. The Devil card is like, codependency, but it's when you are codependent on the energy of someone, or someone is codependent on your energy. It is the Trickster card. It is Capricorn, which is like, somebody wants to create, not that they want to, but just them being in your life was creating a blockage for you. With this Devil card, 100 y'all, look at it. Right? Hungry hippos, child. They're trying to get them ankles, them ancles, right? Freedom, rebelling, right? As it pertains to Aquarian energy. They're ruled by the same planet. This is a 6. Giving you Mercury. Right? You've had a long time to think about it. You've had enough time to think about it. Okay? That's why in some cards, the Devil card looks like, the person that's mad at the lazy people, because they had enough time to think about it. All right? And this Devil card is connected to Mars. What are you going to do about it? They won't be able to do this forever. Are you going to allow someone to control your energy like this? But that's in the past, right? Walk away. Take your energy back. Yes. In the Sun position. Energy, honey. Aquarius. I want to break free. Kum, 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 kum. I want to break free. Kum, 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 kum. I'm doing things differently now. That's what you're saying. Right? Very much not changing your mind about something. Not changing your mind. I got my mind made up. I don't even know what song that is, child, but it just sounded like something from It sounded like something that exists somewhere. Okay, so the King of Swords is here, and it's talking about how you are at your mental capacity for something. You have all of the information, the knowledge, and the wisdom that you need, and it has caused you to assert yourself in a way that is might even seem a little bit like you're going against what you normally would, or rebelling against yourself. You're keeping someone at an arm's distance, and that's going to be good for you, right? Definitely. Yeah. Don't give them too much credit, right? Don't give them too much credit, okay? Because sometimes, people can get by on what it is that we covet or value in them, and it has to do with what we have given more stock to, okay? So then when we realize that that stock could, plummet, or it might be a volatile atmosphere after all, we're like, okay, maybe it's time for me to pull out, okay? Or maybe it's time for me to stop investing in this the way that I used to. Right, I had to do that because I wanted my hand to be in the frame, but he's giving you very much like, what is that arm? Yes, that Balanchine arm. I live. Stay over there. All right, let's see what's going on up in here. La Luna. Right, Five of Swords. They're not going to ever see you the way that you see yourself. For them. Right? Or the way that you want them to see you, the way that you want them to respect you, the way that you want them to communicate with you, talk to you, think about you, refer to you. It's never going to be that, And this Five of Swords is here. And it's talking about maybe like family issues, Someone might be going through that. It's also connected to like identity, right? So identity crises with the Five of Swords here in Venus and Aquarius, Or just being made to feel like, sorry, I thought I was knocking something over. Or just being made to feel like what you are doing, what you are saying, who you are is not important. And if that is how you feel in here, it's not worth your energy. That doesn't align with your hopes and wishes. And other people's hopes and wishes for you, okay, which are really limitations, right, have nothing to do with you, okay? If they saw you doing less than you are doing, okay, that don't matter. This is what I'm doing. If they saw you doing more than what you're doing, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, this is my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. Right? I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's your life. Don't make it about other people or society. The fives are connected to the Hierophant. This is you're changing your mind about something, or you're not, you're not changing your mind. You're not changing how you see yourself, no matter how other people see you, right? So if other people are trying to convince you of who you are, you don't have to listen to them. They may not understand. They don't get it, right? Right, Seven of Swords. There we go. The Sevens. Giving you contradiction. Giving you opposition. Giving you letting go. Being optimistic or optimizing. How are we going to optimize this here with this 7? Because there's a lesson to learn, and there is a decision that is going to have to be made based on how you are reacting to what is being told to you, what is obvious, you know, and it's talking about not ignoring the obvious here. You know, even though things are trying to be hidden. Oh my God. There are no secrets if it's obvious. You're just fighting it. That's where the opposition is with the 7, right? And it's also Moon in Aquarius, which is Moon being in like the 8th house, which is giving you Scorpio vibes, right? Ciao. So it's kind of like nothing to see here, right? Maybe that's what you're giving. Nothing to see here. Or maybe that's what they're saying to you, even though you know that that's a lie, right? Or maybe someone is telling you one thing and doing another, right? All right, well, there's the contradiction. There's the fight, you know what I mean, or whatever. Yikes. Keep it moving, right? If it's unsuccessful, you know, it's not like you're giving up. You're choosing something better, you know? Right. All right, let's move on. 6 of Pentacles. All right. Well, if you move on and you're choosing something better, then you're seeing the payoff on doing that, right? This is connected to value, you know? Taking in more valuable experiences, investing in what is healthy, what is right. That's what we gotta remember. Investing in what is right, you know? Moon in Taurus is an exaltation, right? Could you imagine if we all invested in what was right? The 6 of Swords came up earlier, and it connects to this because it is a 6, right? And Mercury in Aquarius is investigating, is investing in science and technology and what makes sense. So this 6 of Pentacles is investing in what makes sense, you know? Paying attention, because it's the moon, to what is nurturing you, right? Because the Devil card was not nurturing you. You were trapped in that energy. But there is definitely help, or there are people who will support you, and there are people who will not support you. They won't have your best interest. You know what I mean? because this is talking about energetic consumption, the fetishization, right? Because it's connected to the lovers. Here we go. So is this one. When you do things and you invest in what is healthy for you and it makes you feel good, that is reassurance from the divine, which is where the energy came from to begin with. You know, because this is what's healthy for you with the Six of Pentacles. Let's get into that. Where are we making these improvements, or where can we make them? Because there's sometimes when we're like, oh, like I've had people who I've read for and they're like, this is happening to me, this person, da 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 da. And then it's like, okay, well, this is where the improvement can happen. It seems like it's easy, and I know it's not because I've been there. Let me tell you, more than once, darling. And you know, when you come out of it, you're like, oh my God, what was I doing? You know, so it's about where you are paying attention and where you are paying value or putting value. You know, healthy investments, right, are gonna make a world of a difference. You're gonna feel more grounded, more reassured, because the Six of Pentacles is reassurance, you know. It's gonna work out. But you gotta make those difficult decisions. Right, here we go, another 2, intuition, right? Because you knew it, right? I told you this, you knew it, right? And it's in the position that's connected to relationships. This is giving me Pisces energy. Being lost in the feeling, maybe, you know? You could see the signs, right? It's the High Priestess. And a lot of times that is how, you know, you are connecting with divine sources of energy, dreams, any of the clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient things that happen. You know, messages that come to you through music. Connected to, you know, internal impulses, inspiration, right? So, intuition, internal, tuition, value, right? Interruptions, divine interruptions. Feedback, okay? Pulling in, you know? It's being shown to you, it's obvious. That's it. The Protector. Lovely. So you got the High Priestess, and then you got the Empress. The Empress is talking about, you know, the inner child, obviously. Boundaries. Tough love. Which is what you might be experiencing. But nonetheless, nevertheless, it is love. We are also dealing with internal growth that has happened over time. Being patient with yourself, having compassion for others, okay? But also knowing what is safe for you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Just as someone who is expecting would be. Very conscious, you know, of the things that matter and are good for you right now at this time, you know? And sometimes life will shift for you in ways that provide you with a new beginning. Which is like energy that's just being transmuted. What good is it having it if it's gonna stay stagnant? This is not stagnant energy. It's energy that moves and it flows, fluctuates, flexibility, right? We know that anything can happen and anything will. No stagnant energy. Even the birds, they're still moving. Nothing's in your way. Connected to the Venus retrograde in Capricorn. So when it crosses back, once it's going direct again, I believe at the very end of January, which we have like a few more weeks, you're gonna feel like, okay, better, you know? You're going to be harmonizing again, reharmonizing. Three of Wands, right after the Empress. Reharmonizing, like I said, yeah. Especially Pisces season, that's when you're really gonna feel it. You know, and it's gonna bring you into Aries season and you're gonna be feeling like, wow, new things. I wanna go new places, meet new people, see new things, do things that I wasn't doing with the last chapter that I was in, or the last, you know, I don't know, phase that I was in, you know. It's healthy for you to see new things, do new things, go new places, you know, try new foods, you know what I mean? Watch movies that you've never seen before, old or new, you know? It's great to have new experiences, and that's what the Three of Wands is talking about. And the Two of Wands came up too, and you've been wanting to do that, but you've been waiting. You've been being patient with something, but also growing impatient, remember. Last card was at the top, child. And I'm going to bed because I was going to do one for Aquarius, but it's like, am I going to bed? Is that what's happening? Maybe I'm going to have another beer. That would make me go to bed. I'm feeling fine though. You know, I'm like totally fine. Can I show it? It's called Sweet Action. Who is this? I'm freaking out because I just saw a response to something. One of my astrologer colleagues from the place that I read at 4 days a week in New York City. I put they'll sail and it should have been they'll sell. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, you got one more card, and then we are going to pull an oracle for you from the Threads of Fate Oracle Rose Edition. I didn't need to clarify anything because I just kind of like went in, okay? Follow your intuition, believe it, trust it. And also what you're being shown. Because the High Priestess, intuition, Pisces rules the eyes, divine, what they're showing you. Trust it, believe it. You think you know better than the divine? Than they getting advice? Oh, 9 of Swords. Yeah, we're definitely going to put an Oracle card. And I'm going to clarify the last card. I told myself, I spoke too soon, right? 9 of Swords. I spoke too soon. Yeah? Yeah? 9 of Swords. Spoke too soon. I need one card to clarify the 9 of Swords. We'll pull it from number 2 if nothing falls out. Ooh. These are giving stiff. These are giving we have not been souffled. Okay, all right. Ace of Pentacles, planting new seeds for a new beginning. Right? Come on now. 9 of Swords, right? Oh, don't jump to conclusions, right? Don't, you know, don't let things get out of control, right? And whatever else I said, I forget. But it's the Ace of Pentacles here. Isn't it beautiful the way that they have it here? Yes, it's like a seal, right? Y'all doing that though. Then we got the Ace of Cups at the very bottom. So these are new beginnings in terms of like how you are emotionally invested in yourself, right? And this is also talking about the physical investments in yourself. You know what I mean? Just wanting to be better. Like, why would we allow the stress that we are going through with like people, places, and things, unless it is like, being impoverished or, what am I saying? Food insecurity or things like that. Like, those are definitely things that will like stress people out and cause them to not be able to live their lives in a way that, lets them thrive. So that is definitely something that like it's difficult to work with. But like, if it's not anything that's that, but you're allowing it to affect you in that way, in the ways that those things would, because the mind is kind of creepy and crawly. You know what I mean? So it's like people don't realize that certain ways that people have to live their lives are not good for their mental health. And they may not be able to, they don't know how to change it or to shift the energy or to get away from it. Or maybe they have to wait until they're 18 or, whatever. But, if nothing is stopping you from beginning to align with your happiness, then why do you persist to let it stop you? It's not stopping you. Number 2, 4 of Cups. Okay. It is about making choices. Right. It's Cancer, moon in Cancer, and we're about to have a Cancer moon, full moon. So by the time that Cancer full moon comes around, you're gonna be definitive in your, your feelings towards the relationship, perhaps. You're going to be redefining your sense of power. You are going to be emotionally empowered, okay? And that's what we're doing. We're trying to break free of the emotional complacency that is the 4 of Cups and rediscover our power again through the energy of the 4, and we are transforming from it. You know what I mean? We're letting something die. We are letting it. Come on, King of Wands. Taking your power back. Giving you Leo vibes down. And Cancer too. Just a little bit though. You are fully aware with this King of Wands. Right? Reimagining how you see yourself. Taking back your sense of emotional control. Stability. Oh, let me pull an oracle card because I said I was going to. Let's do number 2 again. And maybe number 1 for some of you all. And I'm going to bed. I knew I wanted to do this. This is long. This is so long. I was not expecting this. It is going to take forever. Damn, Scorpio. The outlaw, right? Rebelling against something, right? Thinking like an Aquarius, breaking free of something. The sage, knowing what's best for you spiritually, right? Accepting what you know is true and accepting it gracefully, okay? With wisdom and gratitude, honey. All right, that's it, y'all. I am ready to go to bed. I'm gonna drink a lot of water too after this. Bye, Scorpio. Thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment on the video, and not no BS though. And follow me on Instagram. It is Providence Tarot. And my personal account is NYC Kendrick. And I will put the information in the description box if you are watching on YouTube. Okay? Good night. Hello. Good morning. Because it is 4 a.m.